See a copy of that, Eric. Can you put it out to us in some way?
There's a lot of pages. I might try and scan them all in and see what happens.
Who else was on?
Field Work, Wheezy Anna, Pigs in Clover, Phil Pipe, Joe Fraser, Trenchard's Folly, Teresa McConnell, Beelzebub, Brian Dolby, Steve Hicks, Ken Cope, Roy Harris, I know him well, Hayden Taylor, Terry Paling.
Oh, Terry Paling. Yeah.
Knots Alliance, Tom Brown, Dave Turner.
Is that NTMT, Eric?
That was, I say, it's Nottingham's own folk festival.
Ah.
And what year was it?
86.
Right.
And Fred's band, no mention of me, but Fred's band played in Paling.
I was involved in a Nottinghamshire Folk Festival at Newark, which ran for 2 years on the trot, but we weren't getting the numbers, sadly, so it died to death after 2. But we had 2 nice gatherings.
And there was an annual dance festival, mainly for the immigrants, the ethnic groups. So the Ukrainians, Poles, Estonians, Indians, Scots, and us.
What's that?
And I played for the Scots, run by Lady Anne Pryor in those days. But on one of their sets, I burst into My Old Man's a Dustman because I couldn't think of anything else. And she never spoke to me after that.
Oh dear. Of course, Eric, there was actually a Nottingham festival at one time, wasn't it? Encompassed all sorts of musical and artistic.
Run by the city, that's right.
I wonder if the folk festival was part of it, that 86 one.
Oh, could be. It doesn't mention.
No, it was totally independent. There were about 8 of us on the committee, I think.
Anyway, I think it's time to start. Welcome, Mick Pierce, who is hosting tonight.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I've just lost somebody. Oh, that's who it is. It's okay, I've found them now. I saw the number had gone up to 27, but there was only one person extra on the second page. And I've found them. Right, welcome one and all to the Black Evening, as Mansfield has named it. Sorry for all those who failed to dress adequately. We're going to kick off with a video from John McCormack. And John, would you like to introduce your video, please? And then Elaine after that.
Okay. Right.
You mute yourselves.
Right. Good evening, everybody. The song I'm going to sing tonight is Cool Water. It was written in about 1936 by a chap called Bob Nolan, and it was recorded by people like Marty Robbins, Hank Williams, Frankie Lane. And it's about a man and his mule across a desert looking for water because he is in a desert and he gets mirages and everything. But as Andy knows, I've changed a couple of the words. So instead of it being cool water, it's now cool cider. Or if you're in Somerset, it's cool cider or cool cider. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay, I'm just... okay, right. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, we'll be with you in a minute. Should be raring. Oh, I can't see it, John. I can't find it. It's not there on my thingy. Right, okay, we'll go for it and see what happens. So just hang on in case it doesn't emerge. Can you see it? Is it there?
It is.
Ah, good. I couldn't see it on my screen. Right, away we go then, John.
All day I faced the barren ways without the taste of cider, cool cider. Oh, Dan and I with throats burned dry and souls that cry for cider, cool, clear cider. The Nights are cool and I'm a fool, each star's a pool of cider, cool cider. And with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to cider, cool, clear cider. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with cider. Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the one side's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Cider, cool, clear cider. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we pray for cider, cool cider. And way up there you'll hear our prayer and show us where the cider, cool, clear cider. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with cider. Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the cider's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Cider, cool, clear cider, cool, clear cider.
Well done, John.
Yeah, thank you, John. All the way from the deserts of Somerset.
I think it must be the start of the Zydeco music.
Ah, yes, that's a good one.
Oh. Yeah. More muting of Martin, Andy. That's what I say.
Okay, right. Yeah,
I think we're setting the bar dangerously low for the first comment.
And we haven't even got Dave McGowan here yet.
No, this is true.
Right. Can we have Elaine and then Joe Sempic follow that, and then John Holmes after that? Thank you.
Okay. Well, in view of the lovely weather that we're having, I thought I'd sing a song that mentions the wind and the rain. So this is a song from Shakespeare. It's from Twelfth Night, and it's sung by Feste the Clown right at the end of the play, when he goes through his life and then he sings with hey ho, the wind and the rain, for the rain it raineth every day. So that's the bit to join in with. When thought I was and a little tiny boy, with a hey ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. With a hey ho, the wind and the rain, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with a hey ho, the wind and the rain, against knaves and thieves men shut their gates, for the rain it raineth every day. With a hey ho, the wind and the rain, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to a wife, with a hey ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. With a hey ho, the wind and the rain, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds, with a hey ho, the wind and the rain, with tosspots still had drunken heads, great while ago the world began with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play it is done, and we'll try to please you every day. With a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, for the rain it raineth every day.
Lovely, lovely, Elaine.
Super, Elaine. Well done. Who wrote the tune, Elaine?
Oh, it's actually written by, well, it's thought to have been written by a man called Joseph Vernon, who was after Shakespeare. He was early 18th century, but the song that was written in Shakespeare's time was not as good. So this one tends to have been used instead of the original Shakespeare one, which was anonymous.
Yes, there are some tunes that have sort of come down orally in the theatre tradition that we have no record from the time, but there are some tunes that were regularly sung in theatres later on.
And did you order today's weather specially, Elaine? Because it was very in keeping with the song.
No, the bad weather was yesterday or the day before, and that
I don't know. I had hailstones today. I had a really heavy shower of hailstones this afternoon. And
Was that indoors or out?
Julie's nodding her head, so clearly it's spread
We
further.
had loads of hail up here in Beeston, yeah.
Just to say, it's called When That I Was and a Little Tiny Boy.
Thank you.
If you look at in Twelfth Night, it's right at the end of the play Twelfth Night.
It's sort of played over the credits, isn't it? Like,
Well, sometimes.
Right, just before we move on, I'll just welcome Sid and Elaine, is she still there? Yes, she is. Josephine, I don't know. Sylvia, welcome. John Heinsohn and 414, if I may call you so familiarly. Right, moving on. Joe Sempic, please.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear the guitar okay? Can you hear my voice okay?
I hesitate to suggest you might need a tweak up, actually, Joe. Well, that's probably too much.
Down.
Sorry, I wish I'd mentioned it.
Is that about right?
Yeah, go with that.
Give it a shot and we'll shout if not.
This is a Steve Earle song, and last week I did a Justin Townsend song, and Steve Earle is his dad, and this is a song, it's actually a song about a fascination with pistols, the way that young people always do. No, it's not Johnny Cash. Anne says I thought it was Johnny Cash. No, it's Steve Earle, I'm afraid. You know, when I was a kid, we all wanted to have a little pistol, and in the old days, you know, every time you went to a shop, there was always toy pistols for sale, and these days you can't. It's strange, isn't it?
And caps.
Yeah, and gun caps. Yeah, I can remember when my sister, you know, had a gun with gun caps, and I was terrified of it. Yeah, but then you grow up and you want one of your own. It's called The Devil's Right Hand. About the time the daddy left to fight the big war, I saw my first pistol in a general store. A general store when I was 13. I thought he was the finest thing I ever had seen. I asked if I could have one when I grew up. Mama dropped a dozen eggs, she really blew up. She really blew up and I didn't understand. 'Cause Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. Devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. Well, my first pistol was a cap and ball Colt. Shoot as fast as lightning and he loaded my slow, and I soon found out a pistol gets you into trouble, won't get you out. Then I got myself a Colt 45, called a peacemaker, but I never knew why. And I didn't understand, 'cause Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. Devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. 'Cause Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. I got into a card game in a company town. I saw a miner cheating and I shot the dog down. Shot the dog down, watched the dog fall. He never touched his holster, never had a chance to draw. Well, the trial was in the morning and they drug me out of bed. Well, asked me how I pleaded. Well, not guilty, I said. Not guilty, I said. You got the wrong man. Nothing touched the trigger but the devil's right hand. Devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. Nothing touched that trigger but the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand, the devil's right hand. 'Cause Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand.
Very jaunty. As they say, the devil has the best tunes.
Well, he does. There's lots of songs about the devil, and very few of them are in minor keys.
Right, John Holmes, please, and then Andy. I think we'll have video number 2 after that, if that's fine for you. John Holmes.
Okay, thank you. As we've had a Scottish night and we've got an Irish night next week, I thought I'd sort of bridge the difference and go to the Isle of Man. And this was originally a poem that was written in 1854 by Eliza Craven Green, and somebody called either Townsend or Townend, nobody seems to know, wrote the actual tune that the poem is set to, and was originally in Manx Gaelic, but I'm not even going to try and do that one any more than I'm going to try and do Irish Gaelic next week. Scottish I can cope with, Scottish Gaelic, but not, and Welsh a bit, but not them. Anyway, it's been more popularised more recently by a rather well-known folk group, pop group, sorry. But this is the original version, I think, and hopefully I won't make too bad a hash of it. When the summer day is over and its busy cares have flown, I sit beneath the starlight with a weary heart alone. Then rises like a vision, sparkling bright in nature's glee, my own dear Ellan Vannin, with its green hills by the sea. Then I hear the wavelets murmur as they kiss the fairy shore. Then beneath the emerald waters sings the mermaid as of yore. And the fair isle shines with beauty, as in youth it dawned on me, my own dear Ellan Vannin, with its green hills by the sea. Then memories sweet and tender come like music's plaintive flow of the hearts in Elyan Vannin that loved me long ago. And I give with tears and blessings my own fondest thoughts to thee, my own dear Elyan Vannin, with its green hills by the sea. My own dear Elyan Vannin, with its green hills by the sea.
Oh, lovely, John.
Go to title,
Those who
John.
don't know, it was the Bee Gees that did something with it, but Robin Gibb could sing it a little higher than I.
What was the title, John?
It's called Elyan Vannin. E-double-L-A-N, although it's pronounced in Manx Gaelic Elyan with a y in it. Elyan Vannin, and it means Isle of Man.
It was their steamship company, I think, John, wasn't it? And
what was that?
Hugh
Sorry,
Jones, I think it might have been their steamship company at one time, but Hugh Jones.
no, there's another song called Elyan Vannin.
Yeah, the Spinners.
About about a ship that sank.
Yeah. It was written by Hugh Jones of the Spinners, and the Spinners used to perform it.
Oh wow, that's going back a bit.
Oh, Helen Vannin, the Line of White Company.
Yeah.
Isle of Man, John, would be even better.
Right?
The Isle of Man would be even better.
I beg your pardon, yeah. Lack of concentration again.
Oh well. Anyway,
Right.
there you are. Thank you.
Colin, would you like to introduce your video, please?
Yeah, a bit of a frog this week. So
and then Joy after that, please.
we're going to take you back to last summer when I sat in this very room and recorded this song, which is it came out of the famous Big Pink sessions with Bob Dylan and the band and so on. And this song's by Dylan and Rick Danko, who was the bass player of the band. It was a hit in 1968 in this country, and you'll know it very well. It was also recorded by the band. My version, I think, favours the band's version because, just to warn you, you'll only see one of me, but on the chorus you hear three of me. So this Wheel's on Fire.
If your memory served you well, we were gonna meet again and wait. So I unpack all of my things and sit before it gets too late. No other man will come to you with another tale to tell. You knew that we would meet again if your memory served you well. Wheels on fire, rolling down the road. Best notify my next of kin. This wheel shall explode. If your memory serves you well, I was gonna confiscate your lace and wrap it up in a sailor's knot and hide it in your case. If I could be sure that it was yours, but it was oh so hard to tell. But you knew that we would meet again if
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
And Colin, your opinion? Do you look more like Julie Driscoll or Brian Auger?
I realised looking back at the video, I've had my teeth fixed since then, so I don't know if that makes me look more or less like Julie Driscoll, who I gather is now 73, something like that.
Is she? Oh.
She's married to Keith Tippett, a great jazz and various other pianists. Died last year.
Oh, right.
There we go.
Not only musical, but informative.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, Joy, are you ready to perform? If you unmute yourself and answer me. If not, we'll move on to who next? No unmuting. Perhaps John Ledbury. Oh no, hang on. Tech Wizard has arrived.
Mick. Oh.
Who's shouting Mick Mick?
Sorry.
John Ledbury.
Sorry. It was.
I'm back if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
No, it's Joy we were interested in.
Right.
Can I sing later?
You can.
Because it's a farewell kind of song
Oh, fair enough.
with a chorus.
All right.
And it's a video
In that
from
case-
me tonight.
It's what?
It's a video from me tonight.
Yes, I know. I've got that. That's
So-
why I wasn't asking for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I got clobbered with a phone call from Arizona.
As you
Ah,
As you do.
as you do, yes. Your agent calling, no doubt.
That's right. That's right.
John Ledbury, then. And after John, Martin and Marion, please.
I've just evicted one very disgruntled cat from my lap so that I can play the guitar. He's gone out of the room in protest now.
Oh, you've not put him in the bag then, John?
No, he's not. He's not in the bag. He could be a candidate for it, though. Interested to hear Elaine singing Festus when I was a little tiny boy from 12th night. Takes me right back to my first ever encounter with Shakespeare at a ludicrously young age. My mother took my sister and myself down to see a travelling theatre company performing in a shed on the local wreck. And they were doing 12th night. And when she went to buy the ticket, she explained she was bringing the kids along. Said, "Have you got a good festy?" And the young man selling the tickets said, "I hope so." And when we came to see the performance, it was him playing the part. There was a young unknown actor called Ian Carmichael.
Didn't know you were that old.
Went on to greater things after that. Anyway, this has got nothing to do with Shakespeare. It's one of the ballads from the collection of Professor Francis Child, who had a vast collection of ballads. And being an academic, he gave them all equal weighting, totally non-judgmental about them. So a ballad that ran into tens of verses and told a very long story was given the same sort of weighting as a fragment. This one is probably best described as a fragment of a fragment, and it tells us, or rather tells us very little at all about the fate of Bonnie George Campbell. I'll do that with my fingers in the right order. High upon highlands and low upon Tay, Bonnie George Campbell rode out on a day. Saddled and bridled, so gallant rode he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Saddled and bridled and booted rode he, a plume in his helmet, a sword by his knee. Home came his saddle, full-blooded to see. Home came his good horse, but never came he. mother, her heart filled with care. Out came his bonny wife, tearing her hair. My meadows lie green, my corn is unshorn, my barns they are empty, and my babe is unborn. High upon highlands and low upon Tay, bonny George Campbell rode out on a day. Saddled and bridled, so gallant rode he. Home came his good horse, but never came he. Nice one, John.
Lovely.